Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd. So Carmelo Anthony has finally been set free, kind of, and I will explain why I say kind of later in this video. But the Houston Rockets have traded Carmelo Anthony along with cash considerations to the Chicago Bulls. So they essentially just wiped their hands with Carmelo Anthony. Now, the reason why they did this now, of course, because they want to sign Kenneth Faried. They don't have any roster spots available, so they wanted to sign Kenneth Faried. They had to do something. Carmelo Anthony just holding up a roster spot. He's not even with the team. Unfortunately for Houston, they want to have Kenneth Faried dressed tonight. The trade won't go through until tomorrow because today is a holiday. So since it is a holiday, they can't do that, so they have to release somebody else, but it's not a big deal because they will more than likely re-sign him as soon as tomorrow and the trade goes through. So for Carmelo Anthony going to Chicago, this is why I said he's kind of set free. He is not expected at all to play in any games for the Chicago Bulls. So Chicago is essentially holding on to the rights of Carmelo Anthony. It looks like he may not be released right away. If he was released right away, he will go through waivers. He will more than likely go through unclaimed, and then he'll be free to sign with any team. But it looks like the Bulls may decide to hold him until after the trade deadline, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, maybe the Bulls could try to include him in some sort of trade. If they do that, yes, they will benefit for trading Carmelo Anthony. But it's not the worst deal for Carmelo Anthony because, of course, after the trade deadline, you kind of now know exactly where everybody is. So if you get released after that, you know where you can fit in. He wants to go to a team that's going to at least, be able to compete, but mainly he wants to contribute. So he wants to go to a place that he can actually get some sort of playing time. The best scenario is, of course, he gets released right now. He goes through waivers. He isn't claimed. Now he could talk to teams before the trade deadline. They can now make their trade deadline moves, knowing that Carmelo Anthony is probably going to sign with them after that date. So now they can make moves surrounding Carmelo Anthony, and that will be the best possible scenario. Now, when you look at teams who could be interested in Carmelo Anthony, of course, the Lakers, I will still say they are the favorites to try to get Carmelo Anthony. You guys know how I feel about that. Personally, I don't think he fits into that roster, but if the Lakers are eyeing Carmelo Anthony, I believe the Lakers are also eyeing some other transactions and other moves before they sign Carmelo Anthony. I don't see the roster staying the way it is, and then they go and get Carmelo Anthony. So that is something that I think they will work out, but I still think they are the top destination. You still have the Portland Trail Blazers. You still have the Miami Heat. You still have the Cleveland Cavaliers, the teams who have some type of interest. I'm sure there are a couple other teams who may be interested as well, but keep an eye out for the Lakers, of course. But we don't know when this date is going to be. We don't know if he'll be released before the trade deadline. We don't know if he's going to be released after the trade deadline, or if simply the Chicago Bulls try to trade Carmelo Anthony. I don't see the Lakers giving up a player right now to try to get a spot for Carmelo Anthony. So if the Lakers eventually get an open spot, I think they'll try to sign him. I don't think they'll trade for him. But we'll see where he ends up. Like I said, still tricky. He's still not out of the waters yet. He still has to now decide what Chicago wants to do. But it looks like they may hold on to him. But you guys let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. What do you think the Chicago Bulls will do with Carmelo Anthony? Do you think they will trade him? Do you think they'll hold off until after the trade deadline before they release him? Or do you think they'll kind of be nice and release Carmelo Anthony now and allow him to kind of talk with teams and figure out his best spot after the trade deadline? I still don't see him signing until the trade deadline, of course. But you guys let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.